So what do I say? I'm conservative. I'm USA. I'm pro-USA. Yeah. You know, they're all perfect on that fucking profile, guys. They're all perfect. Watch your money. And is it worth it? Is it worth $100 to $500 to take rejection? Or you give rejection? Or you say, I wasted my time. Back 20, 30 years ago, I remember, and I never did it, but I knew buddies that did. If they met somebody, and they didn't have apps the way they have now, and they would show up for a date, let's call it a blind date, go to a restaurant and meet somebody, and usually back then it was like for dinner. They'd ask somebody out for dinner. Then it would be, then it came down to coffee. Now it's down to let's take a walk. But as soon as you saw them, I know guys that will walk out because they didn't know each other back then. They would walk out of the restaurant just on their appearance and go, oh my God. And we all know that's true. We know that's all true. But man, be a man. Don't take this shit. And this is the other thing. Most kids today, if they're not meeting them in college or relationship matchmaking with the families, and I know a lot of people that have met in high school from afar and they end up marrying them 4, 5, 10 years later saying, hey, I remember you in high school. Do you remember me? Because their boyfriend, the football star, the quarterback, ended up leaving them or didn't provide. Then they go back. My buddy's daughter did that. And she got a winner. Got rid of the quarterback and the pitcher that was supposed to be a stud. Found out he was a loser after hours. And went with the guy that's got a purpose and wanted 3 kids like they have. And they're building a life. But there's no guarantees for a 30-year marriage. In fact, my buddy's divorced from their mother. Yeah. And where's religion come in now? Where's the church come in? Where's the prenup come in? Where's the money commingling come in, where you build something together? And they look at the families and see what kind of money they got. Yeah, that's not old-fashioned. That's reality. So this whole thing was gotcha, catfishing. And here, I felt like a catfish. And I says, hold it. This doesn't seem right. Am I mistrusting? There's a reason why I'm mistrusting. So I started putting the text information into AI, the photos, the videos. And that's the other thing. If they start talking to you in the video and don't identify you as good morning, how are you, and they're almost selling products, like in this case, it was facial products, as a dermatologist. I mean, come on, man. And then pretty soon they'll say, you know what? I can't meet you. I can't, I don't have money for a cab. That's fucked up, man. So I had to come on, man. I had to talk about this. So here it is. And it's happening. And this is even before Labor Day. I'll be talking about Labor Day, what happens in Labor Day and pink slip quarter, and how companies ghost you, catfish you, or whatever. Even before you're hired. And you're just sitting there hoping for the best, hoping. The same thing happens in business, man. That's why you got to make sure you pick the right horse. But you're in control. You got to have a plan. I never thought that you could document how to meet somebody. I had it in my mind, my second marriage. This is what I envisioned. This is what I want. And you know what? She met 3 of the 5 checks. Well, now I got like 25 checks. Okay? Sorry, but I'm giving you a chance. Here's my contract. Here's how we decide together if there's a future. I'll guarantee you. You're going to say it too. Rock, you're never going to meet anybody. I don't care. This is fun. It's my content. I got you. It's kind of cool being on YouTube and catching trolls. I call it troll therapy or troll rehab or the 12-step program for trolls. It worked. It worked. They kept them pounding me, but that's all helpful for the algorithm. So I talk about cyber security. I talk about bad apps. I talk about cheaters. All the stuff that nobody wants to talk about. Behind closed doors they do. TikTok talks about it a lot. But I'm going to tell you the truth. I have no solutions. The solution is you. Nobody else. You make that choice. If you pick the wrong horse, like I have, done. I will be single the rest of my life. No problem. I don't think I'll live with anybody ever again. There's no need. It's all about my kids, my foundation, and my grandkids. That's my legacy. So I'm trying to give all you guys out there that I know a lot that are blue-collar guys, they could fucking lose it all and start all over again. Like it could have happened to me until I said enough is enough. And then I had to cut my own deal. But I was prepared. And I could have definitely said, no, let's get back together and try it one more time. After 12 years, and that's why I call it the 12-day program. Because that's all you're going to give it, guys, is 12 days. 12 days. And it might be a couple dates. But when you pound them and tell them that this is what you want, it's going to scare the shit out of them. Yeah. I don't care how good looking you are or how much money you got. Be careful. And this you need to pass on to your kids and your grandkids. That's why I'm on YouTube, by the way. It's because I knew with all my experience of 50 years in business and 70 plus years in relationships, I want my grandkids to say, Papa Rock he was right about a couple of things. My father's going to be 100. Do you ever think that I say and quote my father every day? Damn right I do. And I could say, God damn, Dad was right. I got 7 brothers, and a couple of them were always like, God, Dad used to say this and say that. And man, he was right. Now we're in our 60s, 70s, and 80s. Yeah. All 11 of us are still alive. I see all the relationships. Yep. I was the beta site. What not to do is what Rock is done. So I'm trying to teach all you guys out there, watch out. Women, same thing. Know what you want. But this bullshit about this is what I demand, and a man's got to have this kind of money, and this got to be this, and this got to be that, and I'm in charge. No. It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. If it's $500 for one night, to say, God damn, I missed that. Don't forget, you fall for lust first. Because when you see a hot opposite sex person, you go, whoa, that's lust. Then you might fall in love. So that's number 2L. But I've been there. Lust, then the next one is love, and then the third one, after so much time, it's called litigation, the 3 L's. So don't anybody say to you, gotcha, okay? I gotta fly, man. I hope this helps. Hey, it's working for me. It's working for me. And I'm going to have a guide out there pretty soon as I finish this up. Here's my 12-day program. You might like it. Study it. And it's going to be looked upon. It's going to be a professional piece. Better than going to a therapist. What the therapist is going to tell you. Therapist is good, but it's not their life. Okay? I'll talk to you soon. God bless you.